Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly, Flo, and he does it, man. We were contemplating if he's gonna do it, but he did it today. We both, I think, said 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He got 2 touchdowns, and now he passes Steve DeBerg for ninth all time in passing touchdowns. What do you think about this, man? A dude that's only played how many games? Like 20 something
Like
games,
22 now,
and
23.
yeah, and now he passes them up. Big game again. How do you feel, man?
Yeah, man. Well, we called it. We were both saying that he was going to break the record. I know a lot of people were like, well, Seattle last time only held him to one touchdown,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe he won't get it. But I knew that Seattle was going to try to take away the run, even though they still really didn't take away the run because freaking first play of the game, McCaffrey freaking exploded. But I knew Brock Purdy was going to have a big game because they were going to try to force him to beat us, and he did. What did he end up with? 368 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have that one pick, but
Which wasn't his fault,
which
by the
wasn't his
way.
fault, but it still goes on to his stats. But for the most part, I think he also had like what a 128 QBR or something like that. So he's been averaging pretty much those high hundreds every single game. Guy's amazing, just the way he thinks this game through. You can see that on that Kittle and Deebo Samuel touchdowns. He just led them. Those guys didn't even have to break stride. He knew exactly where they're gonna be, when they were gonna break to be open, and he hit them. And those guys essentially walked in. They didn't even get touched. So it's just amazing seeing what this guy is doing, and he's just gonna keep jumping this list. He's gonna do it fast. Like I said, I think I said a year and a half. You said probably like, what, a year before he's gonna catch like the Jimmy G's, Alex Smiths, those guys,
Yeah.
because he's able to just go off some of these games and just freaking find everyone. So I'm loving it, man, because it was kind of, we almost predicted this game perfectly. 2 touchdowns. We both said something like what, high 30 or close to the 30 scoring.
I said 28 to 21. So
28-21. I said 30-17. So obviously, both of us were pretty close. So I'm loving that. The only thing that was wrong, I thought McCaffrey was gonna have like a okay. Well, I guess technically that was an okay game because he didn't have the touchdown,
over 100 yards.
but he did still have over 100 yards. So that was nice. But what you think, man?
It was amazing, man, what Purdy's able to do. Um, Passing Steve today, it was, it's just amazing just seeing him, even though everything's not going right. Offensive line's getting killed. He's getting killed out there, but still going out there and just being a gamer. Absolutely amazing job for him. What he was able to do, with that interception, it was kind of like, oh my gosh, is it that kind of game? And I was thinking, even though we scored that first touchdown, it was going to be this kind of game. And the fact that he's just throwing guys open to Debo, to Ayuk, to Kittle, it was just amazing. Just an amazing thing to see what he's able to do despite all these circumstances. Seattle coming off hot. You knew it was going to happen on 10 days rest. And just gaming it, man. 368 yards, and it's the thing that sucks. Kind of, it seems like we left a lot of points on the yard
Mm-hmm.
on the board. It seemed like we could have had. I think we had like over 400 yards, like almost 500 yards total, and with 28 yards to show for it. Just things happen, that don't go your way with the Brandon not running the best route right there with the interception, and then Brandon fumbling again, which would look like we could have got more points. But overall, man, despite all those things, still able to drive down the field, to close the game out. That George Kittle to just pretty much end the game on the left side. It's like, oh, we need 12 yards. All right, I'll give you 15. We need 8 yards. Okay, I'll give you 12. It's amazing what we're able to do this offense. And to me, he's the MVP. Last week, we were hearing a lot of criticism out there from even new people now. Eric Mangini talking trash, Joy Taylor. It keeps going on and on and on. And in the booth, they were talking about Greg Olson. And the booth, they were talking about, hey, man, every week it seems like someone else is coming out and just critiquing this guy like he's some kind of scrub. And I loved how they were saying, dude, what else does he have to prove? He's doing it week in and week out. I mean, and he even referred to, I like what Greg Olson said. He said, look at Kurt Warner. He had Hall of Famers, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, obviously Joe Montana. And he just named a list, all his quarterbacks. Peyton Manning, he had at one point Edgerrin James, Marvin Harrison, the tight end Clark, who I was in love with back in the day. So, I mean, all these quarterbacks had great weapons. So why is it that this guy is taking so much heat, taking so much criticism from these pundits, man? It doesn't make sense. And so today I'm actually shocked. Hal froze over because Grant Cohn, your boy, today finally tweeted something good during the game about Brock Purdy and said, Brock Purdy's a hell of a quarterback. Well, no shit, man. We've been saying this for the past year and a half, man. Like, finally, it's good for you to finally come on board, dude. So it's gonna happen. I guess we finally got one to come over our side, but overall, man, what a great performance. I'm in love with what I saw from him, and dude, I know. I think right now we're going to be living in this golden era. Like right now, we're starting this golden era with this team. The Warriors, they had it back with Steph Curry winning those championships. Obviously, with Joe Montana, kind of before our time, but got to enjoy that. And who knows, man? I really feel that this could be the golden era with Brock Purdy, man. Despite not the best offensive line, Feliciano kind of to me kind of almost got pretty killed today. What's his name? Joey Feliciano. Man, he was kind of playing like Jose Feliciano, that guy that sings Feliz Navidad. He was kind of playing like that Feliciano, And obviously, even Brendel was getting killed out there too. But despite all that, he was doing his thing. Not really afraid of the moment. I know the play where he did miss Deebo Samuel on that third down, where it was a bad miss, and he after the play was like, damn it, but he's like, I'm gonna get it back the next drive, able to score a touchdown. So I love that, man. The guy's a gamer.
Yeah, and that's another person, Deebo Samuel, man. Deebo Samuel is just starting to explode again. Obviously, he had that first deep touchdown, but then he got back to Deebo Samuel running those sweeps too. I love when Kyle Shanahan puts him in those positions to freaking run that jet sweep, because every time he runs it, it always seems 20 yards at least, or a touchdown, one of the two. So I'm loving to seeing Deebo Samuel back to his old self. You could tell he's into this season now. Every single game, he's freaking interacting with either home or away crowds. Deebo Samuel, he's becoming Deebo Samuel from that freaking NFC Championship run. So having a freaking hot Deebo Samuel, man, that's good. Finishing the season off.
And yeah, I want to say it right now. It seems like this performance, it was a solid performance from Brock Purdy. I think right now you put him probably a bit of ahead of Dak Prescott, because right now everyone seemed like Dak had that momentum. But after this game, solid performance, almost 400 yards passing, had the one interception, but the 2 touchdowns. And there's 50 people that decide this whole MVP. I know personally we don't care. We just want the Super Bowl. But as far as the MVP race, though, he's right there. I think he just took that lead over Dak Prescott. And it was beautiful, man. Just a beautiful performance. And just keep stacking these wins up like this, stacking these performances up, and he's going to get it, man. He's going to be the first MVP since Steve Young. So, I mean, it's awesome, man. I know we had DeBerg was kind of later in the years, I remember, for the 49ers, what I hear. But, man, if he just keeps this up, he's got a chance to be the top 3-4 quarterbacks ever. I know we got John Brody and all those, and I know a few people commented on that, like there was a debate whether John Brody was the man. I know a lot of people love John Brody. A lot of people just wish we won that damn championship with him. So, I mean, he has a chance to be one of the greatest ever if he just keeps this up at 23 years old, man. 23 years old. So, I mean, all those people hating on him, like thinking that this guy's like 28, 29, like he's Josh Allen's age or Patrick Mahomes. No, man, he's still a kid, man. I think Patrick Mahomes' first start, I think he was like 23, 24. And, I mean, come on, dude, give the kid a break. But the guy's playing awesome, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, then, and as far as the MVP race, you're going to have to take into consideration the 2 guys he's going to be competing with, Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts. He beat them head-to-head. Mm-hmm. So they better take that into consideration.
Yeah.
Because obviously that matters. Mm-hmm. Who came out on top, and that was Brock Purdy this year. If they had beat us, I would say those guys deserve the MVP, because going head to head, that's where you should match a majority of the time.
And usually what they do is they give it to that number 1 seed. Whoever gets that number 1 seed. So I mean, it's right there. It's like such a close race. Whoever gets that number 1 seed at the end is gonna, I think, end up winning it. So it's gonna be a foot race these last 5 games, man.
All right. Well, you guys let us know in the comments what you guys think about Brock Purdy. Well, what do you guys think about his season so far? Is he going to be the MVP of the league? Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. See y'all next time.
Peace.